Hey guys, I'm back for another video. It's Saturday and I'm bored. So I decided to make a video. Um, I wanted to talk today about somebody that you may have seen on the news this week. I don't know her last name, but her first name is Patricia, aka the tanning mom. Oh my goodness. So the story is that the tanning mom, Patricia, took her daughter, who's 5, to a tanning salon and put her in the tanning bed. Um, if you guys haven't seen the tanning mom, you need to see her. I'm sorry. It's something that you need to see for yourself. Go to Google and just look up tanning mom and she will pop up. You will see what I'm talking about. First off, about the daughter, if this is true, it's got to be like child abuse or something. That's crazy. The whole thing came about was, I think that her daughter was at school or something, and somebody asked her what happened to her because she had a what do you call it, sunburn. She had a sunburn, and she said, I went tanning with mommy. And so that stirred up everything. That started everything. Mom claims that she, sorry about the lighting guys, claims that she didn't take the girl into the tanning bed or into tan, that her husband and her son and the daughter were out in the lobby waiting for her. That's what she says. But when I watched the interview, I mean, she said a whole bunch of other things, but it was just like, she was trying to come up with the story or something. I'm not saying that she's lying. I don't know if it's true or not, but I really hope that it's not, because that stuff gives you cancer and all kinds of problems. And if you saw the mom, you would know what I'm talking about. It's pretty sad. So I hope and I pray that the little girl did not end up in the tanning bed. That's just wrong. She's only 5. She doesn't need that. But if you saw the mom, you would understand why it's such a big, like, it's been blown up to just mass proportions. She's been all over the news, all over the internet, everything. Patricia, she tans, but I think she's addicted to it. One of the pictures that I saw of her, she was so black. I mean, she looked like a dark-skinned black person. They were calling it bronze on the TV. I'm sorry, she was black. Have you ever had like I guess like American cheese or something? I only say that because that's only kind of ever burnt, like trying to cook it, and it turns like brown and real shiny. That's what her skin looked like. It looked like burnt cheese. And I was like, oh my god. So I was at work and we were sitting in the lunchroom watching TV, and I look up and I see this picture of this lady. At first she's not really like tan. She's kind of, she has a little bit of color to her, but there's this thing like right here around the bottom of her lip that I don't know what the hell that was, if it was lip liner or if it was burnt lip or what. But I was like, damn, what happened to her? She looked like a what do you call it, Bear-Stained Bears? Y'all remember the Bear-Stained Bears? That's what she looked like. And then another picture of her popped up and she was black, and I'm talking like charcoal, like dark skin, Mutombo black, like Dikembe Mutombo, the NBA player. Oh my lord, she was dark. And I was just, I couldn't even say anything. I mean, everybody who knows me, like I said, you may not know from these videos, but I'm a clown. At work, I just went off. I'm like, damn, whoa. And then I was just speechless, like I couldn't say anything. How did you think that looked good? I mean, everybody has their days that, things just aren't going right, but damn, like your husband, and she is married, and I think she has like 5 kids. He didn't say stop. Like, he thinks that looks good. If something's wrong with him, I mean, something's got to be wrong with him if he didn't say anything to her to tell her, this is too much, you don't need all this, you're beautiful the way you are, something to get her to stop. But they said that she goes tanning, who was it, on Good Morning America or something? They said that she goes tanning like 20 times a month or something. I don't know, but they said it was like broken down. It was probably like, twice a week, or no, not twice a week. I can't remember how many. It was a lot, like outrageous tanning, and it was just like, who tans that much and why? It's like, I'm thinking like people are not happy with themselves is why they do the things that they do, like the breast implants, the butt implants, calves, everything. You know, everybody is not happy with what God gave them, I guess. So modify it. Why not? I don't know, but she's gone way overboard. And another thing was that she was on TMZ or some show, and she was talking about Snooki from Jersey Shore. I don't like Snooki. I don't like Jersey Shore. You know, nothing against them. I don't watch it. But she just went ham on Snooki. Like, I just I didn't understand why. Like, you're sitting here talking about her, talking about she's fat and she's ugly and she's this and she's that, and I'm like, really? We're talking about tanning here. We're not talking about her weight. We're not talking about her physical looks. We're talking about her skin color. And she just went off, and I'm looking at this lady like she's got issues. She didn't look like she was all there mentally. She looked like she was drunk or on some kind of pill or something. I don't know. She just the way she was talking. I was just like, yeah, somebody's got issues, and they need to get them worked out. So she talked about Snooki, and she just thinks that she looks good. I don't, you know, everybody to each their own. You know, if that's what you'd like, and you know, if she's brave enough to go out there and not care what anybody says about her, then that's fine. But why is she doing that? Why is she tanning so dark that, you know, you can't even tell? You know, if it weren't for her hair and like some of her features, you would think it was a black person. And you know, to me, it's funny how a lot of cultures think that European or white is like the best thing. Like, the lighter you are, even in the black community, for some reason, some people, not all, think that lighter skin is better. And you know, like Asian cultures, if you're not real white and pale or whatever, trying to be like Europeans, then you're not pretty. It's funny how they're trying to be imitated, but they don't even like who they are. You know, they're people trying to be like them, but they're trying to be like somebody else, and it's weird. And it's pretty sad. You know, I'm not trying to make this a preachy video, but you got to be happy with yourself. I mean, I'm not 100% happy with myself. I have issues too, you know, weight and whatnot, but you know, that's something that you can work on. You can get rid of that. I mean, you know, work it out. Well, I think it's mostly my boobs, but anyway, you can work it out. You know, if I needed to, I can get those taken down, reduced. But you don't have to completely alter your looks, you know, or just completely just do something crazy like this to make yourself look like somebody else, or to make yourself, I don't know, happy. But a lot of people do it. You know, I'm not here to judge her. I just really hope that the whole kid thing was not true. But somebody should have cared enough, or should say something that is not looking too pretty for you. You know, that isn't your look. You know, I just wish that more people were happy with themselves. You know, who gives a shit about what other people think? You know, who gives a shit about what whoever on YouTube or somebody at work or whatever thinks about how you look? It's what you think about yourself. And obviously, I feel, in my opinion, she's not happy with herself for some reason. And she feels the need to be darker. And that's just overly dark. She looked burnt. She looked like a corpse. She looks like a corpse. And that's scary. For somebody to not be that happy with themselves, that they would do something like that to themselves. And then, hopefully, not true, but her daughter as well. I don't know. I try to think for myself. I try to think like, my thinking is, I don't care what people think. I don't give a rat's ass what whoever comes past me thinks. There's always going to be somebody out there who doesn't like you, who doesn't think you're pretty enough, who doesn't think you're small enough or thick enough. Some guys or people like bigger people. There's always going to be somebody out there who doesn't have anything better to do but hate on you. And that's just how it is, you know. There's always somebody out there who feels a need to comment on what you're doing instead of looking at themselves, you know. So It is what it is. You got to be able to accept yourself, and I'll admit it's hard for me at times to accept myself. But if I went around thinking about what everybody else was saying about me, I'd be going crazy. I'd probably be doing something, not tanning because I don't need it, but something like what Miss Patricia is doing. But I can't do that. I can't worry about people thinking I'm fat or people thinking I'm ugly. There's always going to be somebody else out there who thinks that I'm beautiful or that I'm perfect the way that I am. So it is, you just have to take it for what it is, and you just brush it off. Bottom line to my story today is, and I was so trying to keep this under 5 minutes, but I talk a lot, so if you guys hadn't noticed, be happy with yourself. Try to be happy. Try to get to that place where you can be happy with yourself. If there's some things that you need to work on, know that, but don't sit there and use that as a reason to, just completely go nuts. I like I said, if it were me, as many times as people call me fat, or whatever the names they call me, ugly, or I've been called all kinds of names throughout my life, and if I were to sit there and listen to every last one of those comments that somebody made towards me, I would be pretty psycho. People are cruel, people are ignorant, people are mean. That's just what it is. And like I said, I'm not trying to attack Miss Patricia, the tanning lady, but there's got to be something going on inside of her to where she just feels that she's not good enough, that she has to do this to herself. Somebody needs to step in and help this lady. That causes cancer. She looks bad, y'all. Like I said, look her up, check her out. It's not a pretty sight. And I'm not trying to judge and I'm not trying to make fun, but when you see that on TV, it's kind of startling. Like, it's, whoa, what's going on here? That's the first thought that came to my mind. But again, bottom line, be happy with yourself, love yourself, or at least try to get to that point where you can. Don't worry about the people who are out there being negative, because they probably have nothing better to do, and they probably don't look at themselves. So if that's how they feel, let them state their opinion, brush it off like it's nothing, and keep on trucking. That's what I'm learning to do, and that's what I'm working on it too. I still have my issues. Everybody has their issues, but you got to get to the point where you can be happy with yourself and not worry about what everybody in the world thinks about you. If I was worried about what everybody in the world thinks about me, I would not be posting videos. Eventually somebody's going to see it and they're going to have something negative to say. I've already had negative people talking to me, and that's fine. They can say what they want, but I'm going to do what I do. So, bottom line, be happy with yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. Do not take your children tanning, especially at 5 years old, and check out Tanning Lady on, look her up. And yeah, that's it. Love you guys, for whomever is watching, and I will be back, and I promise next time the video will be like 5 or 6 minutes. It won't be one of these long ass videos that I've been making. I can't help it. I talk too much, okay? Love it or leave it. See y'all.